Hi, I'm Alison from Alison's Astrology, and I'm here to talk to you about the week that begins on the 15th of June and finishes on the 21st. So this is Sunday, and we've just been experiencing this morning a couple of quite challenging squares between Mars and Uranus and between Jupiter and Saturn, and they both had this kind of theme about wanting to express ourselves and sort of coming up against boundaries or somebody else not wanting that. Mars is me versus the kind of freedom issue with Uranus, and Jupiter in Cancer, the kind of cuddliness with the sort of opposition of that coldness and the boundaries and the reality checks that Saturn's bringing in. The good news is that they are finishing, and then we can start to move on and look for solutions to any problems that we may have encountered, and that will certainly become easier on Tuesday when Mars moves into Virgo, because Virgo is a very practical sign. It's practical and adaptable, and it's really all about working in a practical way in the everyday world. It's a very materially based sign, loves nature, loves books, loves gardening. So this shift is about less about ego and now more about how can I be useful, how can I get on with just my everyday stuff, how can I address my health issues, become more fit. But we need to be aware with Mars in Virgo of being too critical of ourselves or of others, and of taking on too much, because Virgo does have an inclination to try and manage the entire world and exhaust itself in the process. So, plane. And then I hope you can hear me. On the early hours of Saturday the 21st, the Sun moves into Cancer, where it applies to a conjunction immediately with Jupiter. So this is the solstice. This is one of the 4 cardinal points of the year. And Cancer, of course, is a sign of leadership, quite self-protective, protective certainly of those it loves, approaches things crab-wise. And with Jupiter, it's looking for expansion, nurturing, and of course there is still the reality checks and maybe the boundaries with Saturn, but there's a lot of positive energy here on how you feel, how you're feeling, and looking after other people. And it's making a great mini grand trine as well with the Moon in stable Taurus, and also with Mars, which is in Virgo, as I said. So basically, there's a lot of stuff now about working through things on a practical way, in a practical, methodical way, and paying attention to detail and focusing on those you love and the place that you call home. Okay, and I'll see you next week.